And this is Madden 17 on EA Sports. We've got a good one on tap today, and there's going to be two quarterbacks ready to get it done on the gridiron. It's Roethlisberger's Steelers going up against Flacco's Ravens. With that, we'll send you up to Baltimore. And standing by at M&T Bank Stadium are the two men who will call the action. That's Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Larry, thanks. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Inner Harbor at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Today, it's an AFC North matchup between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Baltimore Ravens. They come up in an offset eye. Now a carry here for Terrence West. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. In this offense, they look towards Steve Smith a lot.
It's a good idea, because if you don't, you're going to hear about it. No one plays the wide receiver position angrier or better than Steve Smith Sr.
Flacco here on second down. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. It's a gain of 5, and that'll lead here to a third down. And a look at the Steelers' defensive unit.
Lawrence Timmons comes from a long line of productive Florida State players. And when I say productive, I usually mean spectacular.
Third down, Flacco from the gun. He rifles one, it's intercepted. Picked off, William Gay. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. And the defense could not have written a much better script than that first drive, pick 6.
The offense never got a chance to really get oiled up there, did they? But the defense, they certainly got in gear. What a big-time play and a great way for them to start.
And now the offense, they've got to turn things around and figure this out because your backs are on the ground real quickly.
Yeah, usually when you're starting the game getting the ball, 0-0 is the only score you're worried about. Now the second time you get it, you're already down a touchdown.
And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. Now the Baltimore offense heading. First and 10 here for, and he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they get 28 yards on that one. And it's good enough for a Baltimore first down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
On first down, Flacco. He's got it to West on the jump ball. It's a gain of 17 that time. And that'll be good for Baltimore first.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space and use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a match.
Now a hit, and Flacco drops the football. It's loose. Call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
Bud Dupree in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. And the offense now will try to regroup after the sack on second down. Third and long for Joe Flacco. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. So on fourth down, Flacco off to the sidelines. He gives way to, and quite a bit of pizza in this box. It's a 53-yard attempt. And this one is right down the middle. On from the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense and over the post.
On first down, it's Roethlisberger. And he'll be grabbed from behind and slowed down like a rag doll. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on second. On second down, here's Roethlisberger. And, oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. It'll be a gain of 11, and it'll be 3rd and 10.
Antonio Brown, AB, with just one hand to complete that catch. Is there anything he can't do?
He has just continued to impress year after year, hasn't he?
He has never forgotten that he wasn't considered an elite receiver coming out of college. I think every snap he takes it upon himself to prove that he should have been. They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a first down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
The Steelers call here on the Aussie, Australian-born Jordan Berry now to punt this one away. And look at this, it's a fake. Firing quickly here, and that's
Please don't tell me somebody's got a fucking call for holding.
He's going to have a first down. So the roughing the passer penalty, 15 yards, and Charles, the defender, needs to know to stop there.
We've been talking about it for years. You essentially get one step after the quarterback throws his pass. Anything close to that or beyond that, you're going to get flagged.
Now Roethlisberger on first down. Over the middle, it's caught by Rodgers. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. Time for the offensive starters now for the Pittsburgh Steelers, and a guy to watch out wide, Sammy Coates.
A slow start in his rookie season, only caught 1 pass in 2015. They're expecting much bigger things from him, trying to help out that offense. If he can get open, you know his quarterback will find him.
It's a gain of 1 yard, and it'll take us to the end of the first quarter.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers. There's usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they will just roam and hit.
It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. And this one caught by Coates. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Second down now after the pass completion. Shift together here from the D-line. Now Roethlisberger to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
3rd and 2. Now Roethlisberger. He finds Coates complete.
And he's stripping the fuck out the ball.
And it's picked up by the Ravens. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. They come up in an offset eye. Now it's Flacco. Flushed out right. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away, and he winds up only picking up a yard or 2.
Flacco, and it's brought in by Pitta. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
Well, it's caught on the right side at Smith. And he's going to be out of bounds down near the 35-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 34 yards.
Trying to defend a drag route is really tough because you don't want to jump a route with shorter or underneath as the drag route is too quickly, because oftentimes they want to run that route and then hit over the top of you for bigger yardage. So if you can chip off the timing of the receiver off the line of scrimmage so he can't actually get into the route, that's the best way to defend it. But there was no possibility of that on that play. End result,
oh my God.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
One of the best routes, one of the favorite routes of any play caller. He just ran that one. Nice little angle route. That's supposed to be a catch, and usually it is, and the running back dropped it.
Yeah, I mean, he's a running back, but he's got hands. He should have caught it. The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down. 3rd down. Flacco needs a decent chunk of yardage. And this is going to be incomplete.
Honestly, it shouldn't have picked up.
So on 4th down, Flacco off to the sidelines. He gives way to Justin Tucker. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So it goes down as an 8-play drive, and they cap it with the field goal.
Yeah, they were able to pick up a few first downs along the way, but they couldn't keep the momentum going all the way into the end zone.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Now Roethlisberger to throw on 2nd down. Man open left side is Brown. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
There's no doubt about it. That's just one of the best connections in the league. Big Ben throwing it to Antonio Brown. And Antonio Brown has turned himself into such a player. A low-round draft pick, but you can't beat his determination or work ethic. And Big Ben welcomes that.
And Big Ben won a Super Bowl at 23, youngest ever to do so, has never looked back.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Oh, my God.
He can't hang on. That was a dream chance for any D lineman to possibly get a pick. But instead it falls down incomplete. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. Second and 10. It's Roethlisberger once more. And this one caught by Coates. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
This will be caught at about the 6. A good pick up there, 8 yards on the first down completion. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Ben to throw again. And it's hauled in by Rodgers for a Steeler touchdown. Eli Rodgers from 4 yards out. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead.
And that lead is now 7 with a chance to go to 8 or more if they want to get crazy here, which we don't expect. But I just know the way the game's being played with the analytics, there's going to be a lot more of going for 2 in a lot of situations, isn't there?
Yeah, there's going to be. And I think their focus here, they don't want to give up anything going into the lockers on the other, and just a little bit of time left on the clock.
Yeah, they don't want to do anything to erase the good feeling they have right now by getting this late score in the half.
Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned they're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back.
Shit, nigga.
Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. He's going to loft it deep right sideline. And it falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at 2nd down.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays. And you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did. And they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it, incomplete. Offense trying to avoid stalling out, facing a 3rd and 10. They come out here in the eye. On 3rd down, here's Bell. And he'll fight his way. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. On now the Steelers' 2nd-year punter. This is Australian-born Jordan Berry. And now a high kick here as they'll try to cover this one. Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And possession will change here with very little time remaining until halftime. The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
Kamar Aiken, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
2nd and 10. Flacco once more. Looking right sideline. That's complete.
1 second mark.
Here, we're going to get a timeout by the offense. So as they take it over, we step aside. Barring a flag, final play here for Flacco and company. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
I'm tall.
The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments.
That's why I'm trying to
you adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
Adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Brown, the lone receiver, left. On second down, here's
wow.
And incomplete.
Wow. Get up to the fucking line.
And they'll be in search of 11 yards here on third down. On third down, Roethlisberger. And he's got Rodgers.
You might as well just stick the
first
penalty
before
line,
he's brought
dog.
down at the 39-yard line.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
And that is caught one-handed.
Oh, my
pulled
goodness.
it in. It's a big play. Roethlisberger to Brown. 44 yards. In the red zone this time. They come out here in the eye. They'll run it with Bell. Cuts it out, and he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Le'Veon Bell, a 16-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-6. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. First and 10 here for Flacco. And he's got his man to the comebacker. 15 yards through the air and a first down.
And another thing that makes the comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunky yardage picked up there.
Smith catches left side. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A really good pickup of 28 yards. He had time, was able to survey the field and find a soft spot in that zone coverage.
And that's where it gets difficult for a defender, Brandon. You go to your spots on the field that you have.
And this is taken in at the 5. 30 yards on the pickup there. And the Ravens are going to have a first and goal. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
From the 4, it's second and goal. And
Come on, man.
Touchdown.
Here's working out that good.
Terrence West taking it in from 4 yards out, and the Ravens cut into that lead.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did,
He
the
grabbed the
offensive
possession,
coordinator
taking
might be
the
using
ball
that
out the ball
formula
right
going
now.
forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it works very well. He and his this field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
They'll go again with Bell. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down at 6.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Brown, the lone receiver, left. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Roethlisberger. He gets it to Brown, complete. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. It's a 1st down. Charles, you think Big Ben is happy to have Antonio Brown on the other side of his passes?
You know he is, but he also expects it. And this is how their offense runs best. When those two get together, especially early, and continue. The end result is one we're seeing right now. They're ahead on the board.
It has been early and often. On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
I've become a firm believer over the years that many drops happen before the ball's even snapped. When you call wide receiver screen, as we saw there, I know these guys really well. They're thinking about that play going to the end zone, and sometimes they forget to catch the football first.
Second and 10 now. It's Roethlisberger. A screen to Bell. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd. Throwing again, it's Roethlisberger. Flush to his right. This is Bell on the dump off. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Back now in Baltimore. It's Steeler football, and they have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
They come up in an offset eye. They start on the ground with West. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, they certainly got dented with that 1st down run. So now they've got to be back on their heels a little bit as a defense.
Here's Flacco, eluding the pressure right. It's caught on the right side of Smith. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
Stephon Tuitt, the one that got him down. 2nd down following the run. On 2nd down, Flacco to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. A great read, and it's picked off. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Over the middle here to Coates. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
Well, there really wasn't much there, but a completion is a completion. A tough 3rd down awaits them.
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. And he's got Rodgers. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold. There's nothing like pressure to affect the accuracy and the timing of a guy trying to throw the football. And on that play, they ended up flushing him to his left, contacted him as he's trying to throw the football, and that led to the incompletion.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. Man open left side is Brown.
This nigga's still trying to grip the ball. Didn't have him nowhere near the play.
On the pickup, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
Damn, bro, you should have pressed
so they're leading. They have possession of the football, and certainly this is where they just want to milk the clock. Roethlisberger now.
Oh,
3rd down. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
I have to say that was a surprise call on 3rd and inches. I thought they'd try and run the football there, but you got to believe they thought they'd surprise the defense and pick up something downfield, but that one goes incomplete.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Oh, we got him. Oh, no. He was offside. What the hell, man?
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. On the ground, it's West again. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
They'll look to throw. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. So incomplete on 2nd down. Now they'll look to convert here on 3rd. He's back to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They have the lead, still a 1-possession game, but the defense got the stop. They've got the football now. Just salted away, right?
Exactly. That's all the defense is counting on from their offense. They did their job in a big way. You know,
And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. See if they stay on the ground for second down. They come out here in the I. Roethlisberger going to throw it. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete. He was looking for his big tight end there, Jesse James. And it's third down.
And he still doesn't have a catch. We're into the second half. I think it's a little bit of a surprise to me, but that was one he should have caught.
Absolutely. That was his best opportunity right there. He dropped it. And look at this. They get the
Are you fucking kidding me right now?
Picked off by the longtime Charger, Eric Weddle. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. They're down here in a 1-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's a crusher there as it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. 2 timeouts remaining defensively, but that shouldn't make much difference right here.
It really shouldn't, but a lot of coaches look at it similar to baseball with the intentional walk.
Always bringing in other sports.
Always, hey, listen, think about the intentional walk, right? What if one gets past the catcher? What if he uncorks a wild one and now you still have an opportunity? That's why they like to use them all the way through.
Bell, and he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. And now the Ravens are going to take another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Here's Bell. Muscles him off. Always got some breathing room. Cut back, left sideline.
Oh, that's sweet.
What an effort.
Really like that.
A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe.